How's it going, everybody? It's Shayne, and I'm here to bring you something new to the channel. I'm bringing you Kinnikuman, Perfect Origin Arc, and this episode is episode 0, not episode 1. But before I go any further, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more reviews like this one. If you want to support me even further, please visit my Patreon. It's in the description below. So Kinnikuman. I wish I would have brought some of my Kinniku memorabilia or my Ultimate Muscle stuff, or at least a bottle of my mirin sauce that has Kinniku on it. So what the hell is Kinnikuman? Why is Netflix playing it? And what is Perfect Origin 0? So Kinnikuman, literally translating into Muscle Man, is a series dating back to 1979. The original Shonen Jump for Kinnikuman ran from 79 to 1987. And as a matter of fact, it got rebooted or redistributed in 2011. What do I mean by reboot? It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! When Kazuki Takahashi sensei, rest in peace, brought out large volumes of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. This happened first, right? And these things tend to happen. Remember, I just mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! Rurouni Kenshin has done it. This series has done it. Now, you probably are more familiar with Ultimate Muscle, which actually happens to be Kinnikuman, the second generation. That's what it's called in Japan. But over here, we call it Ultimate Muscle. I still remember that theme song, Ultimate Muscle. I would literally sing it right now if I didn't think it would annoy the hell out of some of you. Just hear the body slam, the human race, Ultimate Muscle. Ultimate Muscle has, I guess, but they call him Kid Muscle in English. I didn't actually look up what his name was in Japanese. I would assume Kinnikuman Kid. Essentially, I hate to say it picks up where it left off, but yeah, it's Suguru, Kinnikuman's kid, and he's the prince of Muscle Planet, Kinniku Planet, or Planet Kinniku, and he's fighting all these different people. And so funny that, watching this episode 0 and looking over some of the stuff, it's like, oh, there's tons of callbacks in Ultimate Muscle / Kinnikuman second generation that come from there. I actually really, really hope that they bring out Ultimate Muscle again. Like, I understand this show. When did that come out? The manga was from 1998 to 2004. It shows. But the anime, which was released by 4Kids, so it had tons of very questionable decisions when it came to the dubbing. But the anime for that, I wish I could. If my memory serves me correctly, I remember that anime coming out right around the time when I was going to do my driving lesson. So it's like around 2004. So 2002, 2004. So the anime came very quickly in Japan, at least. And this is like Kinnikuman is one of the best selling mangas of all time. At least in Japan, right? It sold over 77 million copies as of 2021. There's like Kinnikuman being about wrestling. Kinda. Wrestling is the way that these beings fight. The Chojin, literally meaning superhumans. But it has a reflection upon wrestling as well. You have Samoa Joe using the Muscle Buster, which is loosely translated what the Kinniku Buster is, when you just jump up and go down. But you can't really do that move in real life because you can dislocate someone's neck and possibly kill them, so you just fall back into it. But you see tons of references in here. You got Terry Man, who I don't know why it's not Terry Mon because it's Kinnikuman, but yeah, Terry Man, who's like Dusty Rhodes. You have, there was this guy Skullduggery who reminded me not of Macho Man, but I forget the guy who wore like the muscle suit. He reminds me of that, but with the bone suit. You see, if you know wrestling moves, you know the moves in here, such as Terry Man's spinning toe hold, the calf branding, which is just, a knee to the head. So this came out, I want to say 4 weeks ago. Episode 4 would be premiering as of today, July 29th. I'm going to give you the first 3 episodes, and you'll get episode 4 this week as well. I love wrestling. So this is why I'm covering this. Now you're probably asking yourself, why did I spend 5 minutes, reviewing what the show is? Well, that's because Perfect Origin episode 0 is a recap of everything that happened before it. It's from the Seiji Chojin arc, which is who our heroes literally are, the Seiji Chojin. How Kinnikuman met Terry Man, and he beat Terry Man up so Terry Man stopped being an asshole. This is like a flash between current things happening then and then redrawn things, because they cannot draw that or those 3 first arcs with the Seiji Chojin arc, the Akuma Chojin arc, or the Perfect Chojin arc, because there's a lot of questionable shit in there. I'm talking Nazi references. I'm surprised Ramen Man is able to make an appearance, because he is very much a caricature of Chinese culture. He is TN before TN. As a matter of fact, Kinnikuman, I know Dragon Ball Z is like grandfather shonen, but this here, you can kind of see how something funny like this, because it is action comedy, how something like this would influence like Dragon Ball. You can just see a group of different characters. Although at least in Ultimate Muscle, people got more of their due, but there's no female wrestlers. There's no female Chojin. The women are just the damsels in distress or the arm candy, much how old wrestling was when not showcasing the women and their talent. But I digress. So in this episode, by the way, the episodes are only called by numbers. They have no title. So in episode 0, so recap. It's later what it is. Terry Man and Kinnikuman are having a brawl, well, a spar, but they're going to give it their all. We're left to believe that Kinnikuman has sparred with his other friends, which include Robin Mask, Buffalo Man, Wars Man, Ramen Man. I feel like there's a couple others, but those 4 are literally the most. Baron Strogovich. I know he's the dad / trainer of Jaeger in Ultimate Muscle, who in English he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger, even though he was obviously supposed to be German, and Arnold is not German. No, he's Austrian. Yeah, so yeah. Man, I love that show. I'm not a fan of modern dubs at the moment, but I kind of want to rewatch that Ultimate Muscle dub, just because of how stupid funny it was. But yeah, so you have those 6 people. I even put it on here too. It is very much confirmed that those big fishy lips that could make you think they're a caricature of something else, that's just a mask. Apparently he's hot underneath there. When you get to episode 3, I'll tell you about the ending, but it looks like a fish. Apparently Kinnikuman was supposed to be like a parody on Ultraman, which when you see here, when you look at the fin, hold on, just do that. When you see the fin, that's very Ultraman. That's meat, by the way. He has the word Niku on his forehead. Niku in Japanese means meat, but they say meat in English. So, and Kinnikuman, meat man, muscle man, big meaty man slapping meat. The Seiji arc, you got him beating up Ramen Man, Robin Mask, who made Wars Man to fight him, who was supposed to be like the robot guy, but Kinnikuman beats them all up. One of the things I do like, at least from paying attention to this, much like in wrestling, but not much like in most anime or mangas, he changes outfits because he's a wrestling fighting superhero. Remember, kids, wrestling is redneck anime. Kinda, I heard that somewhere. But wrestling is more or less live action anime soap opera dramas. That's all it is. And this perfectly encapsulates it. I mean, Japan is one of the big countries that love wrestling. It's America, well, not in this order, but America, Japan, and Mexico, they love their wrestling. They love it. So get a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling vibes from the show. Kinnikuman's kind of, he shares a lot of similarities with Goku, because most of his friends, he fought them and beat them up, which is more or less Goku. So it kind of makes you wonder if this inspired some of that too. I like the cut-ins. So the cut-ins, they have the modern one where they run in and you see things like their stats. So like for Kinnikuman, which I didn't even bother looking this up. I need to look this up because they do centimeters and kilograms. So if you indulge me, he is 6 feet even. 6 feet even, 150, 185 centimeters. And he weighs, oh goodness gracious, y'all. I promise I'll do this better next time. He weighs 198 pounds. Huh. Pushing 200. All right. And they all have power ratings. So his power rating is between 950,000 and 70 million. Power rankings in here I don't understand, but for some reason I understood early Dragon Ball Z power levels. I don't get it myself. Younger me would be ashamed of me, but still. Oh, and his finishing move is the Kinniku driver, which was said to be too strong. I like the second, because you can tell this was kind of made to be put on like TV. So I have the cut in, and then the next cut in is them doing the move. He has other moves though, not just the Kinniku. Oh, this one says Kinniku driver. There's a Kinniku driver. There's a Kinniku buster. There's the, I know most of the English names. So muscle millennium, muscle docking, which actually sounds suggestive. That's a two-person. That's a tag team move. He had a tag team with Terry Man called the Machine Guns, which if you know your wrestling, you know about the Motor City Machine Guns. Apparently they're going to WWE. But this is very NJPW and WWE. Like the drama stacks up and the shit tons of blood. Shit tons of it. We see Kinnikuman with the Kinniku power. You know, it's the burn. It's actually called Burning Fighting Spirit, I believe. Yeah, Burning Inner Strength. I'm sorry. You know, there's the battle against Neptune Man, and then there's Ashura Man, and then there's Gold Blockin, who looks like the Gold Block Man from the Tatsunoko series. You get other flashbacks of like, was it Muscle Brothers, New Machine Guns, and the biggest thing here was the last arc, which was the tournament for who's gonna rule over planet Kinniku. Suguru, Kinnikuman, he does win it, but I think it's one of the first times, at least in that series, you have multiple people with the mask, right? And he had to get a team of like 5. So he had to get his buddies. But his first battle against one of the teams, he had to go solo. And that is referenced in episode 3. So you'll hear me talk about it again. But it's a recap show. I love the changing costume like in like IRL wrestling. That last ring that you see that we saw for the final battle for Suguru versus, what was the guy's name? Phoenix, Burning Phoenix, who also has a mask, who was taken over by an evil being. Like you have Akumas, you have the devil Satan bringing out these Akuma children. Then you have like the evil people from space, because Chojin is supposed to be defenders of humans, and I'm gonna get in that one in my episode 1 review. But yeah, if this seems fast, it's literally a recap show. Anything that you actually want to say, I advise you to go. Please go and watch it. Now, again, it's a recap show for stuff that we haven't seen. So where does that rank? Like, do you go lower? This is kind of average, and I'd say it's average, but not in a bad way, because you have the character standing around giving you exposition, much like how wrestling does it. You know, when they say on Saturday I'm gonna get you in the Super Thunderdome. I almost did an impression of that asshole. You get, and I'm gonna get you in the Super Thunderdome, brother, and then it's gonna be good. Ooh yeah, Macho Man. So you get a lot of that. You will find a favorite character in this series. You will find a favorite character. So with that, it being a recap show for a manga and an anime that you didn't see because you can't see because there's no way in hell they're gonna redo that. So I give it a 3 out of 5. It's not bad. It's not indicative of the series because get to my episode 3 review. I'm sticking with this. I love wrestling. Love Kinnikuman. Loved Ultimate Muscle. I love that. The intro you'll see next episode. But I love the intro. His outfit looks like what his son wears. Kind of his son wears like a straight onesie. But a lot of time you see him in the shorts and the trunks, the white trunks. So this is going to be an interesting and wild ride. Prepare for lots of beef bowls, gyudon beef bowls, fart jokes, wrestling references, tons of fun. So 3 out of 5 from me. Go watch it. It's on Netflix right now. Stay tuned. I'm going to give you my episodes 1, 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. Episode 3 will be later on in the week, but episodes 1 and 2. So let me know what you think. Did you have a good time watching episode 0? Will you give this a chance? Since I'm only 16 minutes in here, because I haven't done a review this fast in a long time, so it's a recap. There's not much for me to talk about, right? But those of you who are waiting for my Pokemon reviews, you will get them. I was gonna try to do episode by episode. I'm gonna have to do them like I did my Shaman King. I'm gonna clump them in episodes of 5, and then when I get to episode 50, so from you get 35 through to 39, I promise to have that for you this week. It's either gonna be Saturday or Sunday when they'll come out, but you will get those. So I'm gonna clump them like that, and when I get to episode 50, then I'm gonna roll with it because I'm seeing a lot of stuff. It looks like some of my complaints from episodes 34 on down have been addressed for this series, and it looks like I don't want to say it's traditional, but they're doing a lot of Paldea stuff. So now that I've gotten that out, wait, is there anything else I'm gonna bring you? I'm gonna do a video to let you know what will be covered on here. If it's not out this week, I'll bring it out next week. Cause that's so, oh my goodness, San Diego Comic-Con was last week, and a lot of stuff has been revealed. Not just Marvel stuff, anime stuff. So thank you for hanging in there with me. I thank you for sticking around. Please give me a thumbs up. Hit the like, which is the like button. So you hit the like button, you subscribe, and you hit that notification bell to be notified of more reviews like this. You want to support me even further? I got a Patreon in there. Whatever you can give is duly appreciated. I'm doing my best to do bigger and better things. I got to get you guys some editing because I want you to see what I'm talking about. Although I would never play clips, because I don't play around with Shueisha and Warner Brothers and Paramount. No, all those places where I ain't getting striked. Be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Either way it goes. Don't be a jerk, all right? And remember, if you're down and out, reach out to someone, all right? There are people that care about you. They'd rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. If you want to talk to me, my social media is in the description below. Give me a follow, send me a message. Say hey, say you came from this video. All right? As long as you're not a jerk, we'll get along just fine. All right, guys. I'll see you when I review episode 1. I can actually say this. Let's muscle. Ah!